Hi there and welcome to Storytime with Uncle Bill. I got a question for you, man. You ever had that fight or flight response? That experience where the butterflies hit and you know you're gonna have to stand up and do something, or you're gonna have to get the hell out of there? As a kid I was bullied. So the first time I ever had it, I didn't know what to do about it. It was talking. So I always say there's three different one-on-one encounters that the fight or flight responses hit me and all came up with different scenarios. So that bullying was talking, and because they was bigger than me or there was more of them, I didn't do anything, but I wanted to. The experience was there, and there ain't never no running. It's just that you don't do anything, and it sucks. You know, you got all this anger, and one of the things when I used to get mad at people and knew we was going to fight, I would tell them, "You just mad because ain't nothing you could do about it." And it's not because I'm caused this problem. It's just that the problem was caused, and all of a sudden now I'm doing something about it. You brought a problem into my life, and I'm saying, hey, I'm not allowing you to do that to me, and I'm about to beat your ass up. The fight or flight response has kicked in, and I'm not fighting nowhere. I'm right here. That would be the second experience. So the first one is talking it and not doing nothing. The second one is actually fighting with your hands. How good are you with your hands? Do you like having your face beat up or a body or whatever? You know, once I started watching Rocky, and it was to the body, to the body. Listen, watch any boxing match, to the body, to the body. Gotta hit you in your head, hit you right here, and it's all over. It's like a dead spot. Boom, solar plex over. You can't even breathe for a while. And then there's the third one, and the third one's a scary one, because sometimes the fight means to the death. Like you're gonna have to do something. You can't get away. And no matter what you do, it's just gonna end that way. And it's because of people and their choices. You know, you could get in a fight and the dude come back with a gun or a knife or his homeboys and stuff. That's why I always tell people now. I mean, street fights back in the day was cool, but I mean, they got kids going and blowing up schools now and stuff. You know, shooting up schools ain't worth it. So if you're going, I say now, if you're gonna fight in the ring, get paid for it, or watch or go to Street Beefs YouTube channel. My man Scarface and them. That'll help you out. We're gonna do a little mix of workouts today. It ain't gonna be. We're gonna go up and down the arm. Let's start with some forearms. You're just gonna keep a 45-degree angle. We're just gonna twist the wrist. Nothing else moves. Just twist the wrist, and you'll see the bicep. Let me see. You see the bicep twitches in there. Keep your elbows just as close as you can. And I was in I've been in many of those to the death situations. It just never escalated that far to even start the fight. It's just like two pit bulls just like, go on, man, go on, come. Nobody willing to back down. And one night, I go to my buddy Jimmy Palmero's house. He's a pretty wild dude. He always had a lot of interesting people over there. It was you just go over there and do whatever, man. I mean, really do whatever. It's a cool place to hang out. And I went over there this night. When I walked in, I seen the top of a bald head, white dude. Head bald as hell. It's tan though. And he's sitting right next to the door, so I walked to the door. He's right here. Hey, what's going on, brother? He goes, hey, man. And he stands up. And as he's getting out of this recliner, he just keeps on getting higher. Probably about 6'4", 6'6". He's a pretty tall dude. But he's he's got on a wife beater, tank top, and he's an old guy. Kind of looks like a very tall, like Yosemite Sam, a older fella, probably mid-50s, early 60s maybe. I mean, he's got those big veins, big ass veins, man. He's ripped. Hey man, what's up? And he seems like a cool dude. Shakes my hand. He's got his hands humongous. Just totally wraps my hand up, and I feel chunks in his hand. I look down. He's got gigantic rings on. They're huge. He looks like a straight biker too. You know, like the big skull rings and the damn drag. I mean, just big. They were big. Looked like like Super Bowl rings, kind of like that. And go out like this. It's the bicep. This is better off in comments. Hold on. Oh, I forgot it was that long. Oh, I made it. So, bet you can't see me. Hold on 1 second. You probably still can't see me, man. All right. I think I'll probably anywhere. Go down as far as you can. This is not heavy enough. Man, that dude was big, man. So he sits back down. I go pop a squat. Pull out some weed. Start smoking a bowl with him and stuff. And he tells me he's part of the Hells Angels, some chapter out west, and he had just got out of prison for shooting this dude in the face. And as he said that, he stopped. He said, "Man, let me tell you the story right quick. It's kind of a funny one." He goes, "Yeah, man, I came home and I seen this dude in my house with my old lady. So I just walked up to him. Went, 'Oh yeah, man, what you doing?' Boom! I just shot him right in the face." I said, "Whoa." He said, "Yeah, I did 15 years straight. Last couple in solitary, and they let me out on parole. But I violated my parole, and I ain't going back to prison." I said, "Man, I feel you there. I had done 5 years in federal prison for weed, but I'm still getting out. That don't mean I ain't never going back to prison. I'm not going to do anything to make sure I don't never have to go to prison forever. That's all that means, you know what I mean? Or go to prison for anything, really." Man, I forgot this is lightweight. So, he's telling a story, and Jimmy, when he gets drunk, could be very rude, man. Like if you're talking, he'll be interrupting you and shit, or be trying to touch you, or you know, you're telling a story, and then he'll start telling a story. I mean, a whole nother story. It's like, Jimmy, what the hell you doing? Just is what it is, man. Hold on one sec, folks. Jimmy said something about the Hells Angels. And this dude freaked out. Man, don't you say nothing about the Hells Angels. You ain't no Hells Angels. You don't know nothing about it. You want to hear that shit come out of your mouth, you shut your mouth. Now, Jimmy ain't no slouch. I seen him fight. I seen him knock a dude down 3 times. Jimmy was like in the Navy or something. He used to box. And he wouldn't done shit to this dude. I said, Jimmy, man, hey, obviously, dude, I want you to say nothing about that. It would probably be a good idea if you don't say nothing about that. Just saying. Do some forearm cross. Looks like not a bicep before. So everything's cool. We smoke and watch TV. He's telling stories and stuff. He's a really cool dude. And I keep looking at him because he's big. He's a big dude. It's like when you're taller and you got longer arms and stuff, because I don't have long arms. So it's my muscles look, I would say look bigger. But when you're longer, your muscles are longer too. So if you look as compact as me, man, you're hitting iron and eating right. He had the thickness that you're supposed to have when you work out like that. I mean, he was a big dude. And damn, Jimmy did it again. And I already knew he would. I don't know how many times I told Jimmy not to do some shit and done it 1,000 times. I mean, I literally had to smack the dude in the face before too. And the damn drug dealer called me up about 5 hours later. Why you smack Jimmy in the face like that? The guy asked him for 1,000 times not to do something, man. And literally putting his hand touching me. Come on. I just want you to stop. I asked you to stop. You told me you was going to stop. You didn't stop. More than 1,000 times, folks. It's way too many for a grown man. This dude gets up, man. He's motherfucker. What? Oh, excuse me. I can't even take it out. He's mad. He jumps up, man. I told you. I was like, hey, Stephen, please don't. Oh, no. Man, that's blah, 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 blah. He goes sit back down. He said, "Well, you do it one more time. You do it one more time." So I was like, "Hey, come on. You hungry, man? I got the munchies. Come on, don't worry about him. Let's go get some food. So we go to see what there is, and I remember there was some fish in there because I had caught it and brought it over there. And I looked, and there was like some pork and beans and some rice. There had been some hodgepodge stuff. So he was in there. He was in the kitchen. We was talking and shit, and wasn't worried about what Jimmy said or nothing. You know, there wasn't no anger. And he goes back in the living room. So I'm gonna fry the fish. So I got the grease boiling or frying. I got some water boiling for the rice, and I got the pork and beans. I got some pork and beans. And I could hear them talking barely, but because I got the water running, because the fish were actually frozen, so I'm trying to thaw them and clean them at the same time. And I hear, what in the, real loud, what the hell did I tell you? Unmistakable sound, folks. If you ever heard it once, you'll never forget it. Smack of a face. I thought, oh shit. Then I hear, oh yeah, you look like the one of the motherfuckers that's gonna tell. And I hear the door start locking. I know that sound. Unmistakable sound. Oh shit. I was standing in front of the stove, 4-burner stove. See, I told you ain't going back to prison. You're gonna tell. You're gonna tell. You're gonna tell. And I thought, oh shit, hell no. That's his ass. And I went out the back door, folks. It was locked. I unlocked it and walked right out the door. Shut the door behind me and took a couple steps. Just something different. Stop. And I've saved Jimmy quite a few times from a lot of different people. I mean, I've had people pay me to fight him. And they still say he's a good dude. They'll still say he's a good dude. He just does dumb things. And he done a dumb one this time. I've wanted to leave him every time and say, man, that's your damn problem. You deal with it. And came back and got him every time. I really don't want to go back in this house. You know, in my mind's eye, it's already too late. Don't take long for a situation to escalate like that in a hurry. Switch over to a kettlebell. And I went back in. And I could hear, dude, go get up, mother, get up, get up. So, I'm a convicted felon for marijuana charge. So I can't carry a gun. If I get caught with a gun, it's 5 years. If I get caught with a bullet, it might even be 15 years because I'm a convicted felon. It would have been 5 years if I wasn't. But I always got a knife on me, and I'm really good at all of them. I mean, there's just always something. Like you're in my living room, I'm always in reach of something. It is not going to take me long. Or I gotta love baseball. And I'm pretty good at it too. That's my demon ring. I mean, just so much. Watch this. This is at my desk. It's only going to take a second for me to get somewhere. I mean, I'm everywhere I look. That's how it's supposed to be. So I go and all man, the house could have burnt down for the grease was smoking and the water was over boiling. It had boiled over, and it was just enough to where it wouldn't boil out no more. The beans was going nuts. And I see this. I see a chopping block full of knives. So I start putting them on the counter. The counter wrapped all the way to the door, to the entryway of the living room and the kitchen. And as I'm putting the knives going slowly to the entryway, I could see dude. And I'm like, hey, check this out. Come here, man. The hell with him. The hell with him. He's a coward. He ain't about to do nothing. He ain't about to tell nothing. Look, man. Hey, look, come on, help me cook this fish. If he does anything, I'll help you bury the dude. But man, you ain't got to, man, it's just dumb. He ain't worth it. Come on. And I'm praying that he could just decide, no, he's done enough, and I'm gonna take care of him and you. But I got a lot of knives saying, good luck. And then, you got this, now you got to deal with the cops after that, man. That's where the fight or flight doesn't, because you're gonna get in trouble. If this dude if he killed Jimmy and came after me, I'm still gonna get in trouble. You know what they're gonna say? Should have called the cops. When you walked outside, you should have called. If you thought something was gonna not even then, it could have. See, that's where the law. The cops would have came to make sure everything was all right. You just call and say you need a wellness check. Because if you say this dude say he's about to do something, they could say that's just hearsay. Because this dude was not playing around. You should have said you got, man, like all his. He said he spent the last couple years in solitude. People, if you don't know what solitude is, go sit in your closet for about 2 days and tell me how you do. Put a bucket in there and have somebody in your family show up with a bologna sandwich and an apple 3 times a day. Tell me how you do. Put a light in there. This dude's crazy. I mean, he literally smacked the dude and went over and locked the door. And he's not crazy in the sense that, I mean, he told it, dude. He gave him warning. Felt disrespected. Anytime you deal with somebody's gang or clubs, it's the same thing as dealing with family and friends. Except they take it to a whole new level. And if somebody asks you not to do something, and your life could be at stake, because he told you, I'm going to smack the hell out of you. And he smacked the hell out of him. If he would have told me that, I would have made sure that Hell's Angels would have been one of the things I never said. Not even a little bit. Or I would have asked, hey man, look, I got a question. And I wouldn't even brought it up. If somebody say don't do it, try not to. Especially after they just told you they just spent 15 years in prison for shooting a dude in the face. And all you think of Joe going, in the face. That was somebody's son. That was somebody's kid. And if you out there and you get caught cheating with somebody's wife by somebody's husband, man, you playing with damn fire anyway. I'd have thought the dude would have got off of it for free. It might have been his girlfriend, though. I think that's what he was, his girlfriend. Might have been his wife. Can't remember now. Man, so we cooked that food and ate and broke bread and shit. I don't even remember Jimmy the rest of the night, to be honest with you. I didn't stay there that long neither. And the whole time he's in the kitchen, he's right there beside me. And I was just thinking, man, I was going to throw this grease all over you. There's knives. I mean, there's a block of knives. There's like 3 or 4 on the floor. They're just haphazardly on the floor. He's not doing any, like, moving them or nothing, asking about them. He just don't care. I'm going to swing it out to the side. Yep. So I walked home. And I remember thinking, that's pretty damn stupid there, dog. Man, even if you saved the dude and you killed the guy, you still, oh man, you didn't have anything to gain. I mean, I know that qualifies as being there for a friend, but damn. It's one of those things where you're pretty proud of yourself and man, you're fucking stupid. Got to do better than that. I got a little girl, and I got a family that needs me and stuff. This is quite a few years ago too, probably 10 years ago. If you're wanting to know. And somebody, I've already told this story before on the channel, and somebody that lives around here knows who that dude is and is trying to get up with him. Because I ended up seeing him a few more times, and we ended up being really good friends. He's a really cool dude, man. Matter of fact, it don't matter. I don't know if he's on the run or not, but he did say he was. And I haven't seen him in man, it's probably been when that incident happened. I seen him like 3 times in the next month, and then I ain't seen him again. I forgot where he stayed. Oh, fight or flight, man. It's an all-consuming. I mean, I can't tell you how many times I had it because it's been a bunch. I've been in some hairy-ass situations. Some of it my fault, and some of it, hey, man, can you give me a ride? And that's how the story starts. Oh, it's just right down the road. I got to go pick this up. Never that. Or it's never down the road, or right in the middle of it. Hey, you got this? Or it's just a light day. There's always the one question: did you do that for me? And I don't do anything like that. I just hope that if I ever asked you for something, it's never going to be nothing that you can't do, and that you say yes. That's it's hard for somebody to come up with whatever it is it takes to ask for something, a helping hand, not a hand out, a helping hand. And you know the difference. You know the kind of people. You know when somebody asks you for something, if you'll ever see it again, or you're just gonna be taken for a ride. But Jimmy's a good dude, man. He was worth it. If he wasn't, I wouldn't have did it. Oh, man. You gotta live with yourself at the end of the day. And I like me. You know that? I really like me. I'm not a bad guy. And I try not to be neither. It's easy to do bad. It's easy to be bad. Sometimes that's just for attention. I don't need no attention. That's unwanted attention. You don't want that kind of attention. Don't bring that with negativity in your life. Not unless you're using it to get rich, and it's like a gimmick or a joke. People, places, and things, lifestyles put me in that situation. Should have just kept my ass at home. But anyway, not really, because I ain't had nothing to do with Jimmy said, did I? Because overall, other than that, it was a good night. Don't be the problem, people. Be the solution. I say 90% of the time, if you get in a fight or flight situation and it ain't life or death, man, get the hell out of there. Shit ain't worth fighting for. Live and be happy, you know what I mean? Appreciate you walking with me. Hope everybody's having a good day and staying safe. If you can, hit that like button. Share it, subscribe if you haven't.